Hey everybody, welcome back to Super Adventure Island 2. I wanted to show off something first because I kind of skipped this because I was doing an intro in the first part, but I wanted to show off this specific dialogue screen here. Master Higgins had an equally rough time being bounced around and drifting aimlessly before finally landing on a deserted island. Master lost his memory as well. His vision of Tina. All but a grain of sand on the vast beach before him. But being a great warrior, that makes me lose it every time, he set out to recover his past. How bloody extra is that one paragraph to describe a video game where a dude loses his memory? That's so extra, like, the love of his life is lost forever. Like a grain in the sand on the beach of time. Like it's well written, but it's so extra for a game like this, man. I love it. Especially for a game where really,
this is Adventure Island 2.
After the beginning, you don't need any more dialogue. I don't have to talk to the Queen or Tina ever again. Like, it's just pretty much gameplay from here on out unless I want to show it off. All right, let's continue our adventure. You might have noticed two things. One, I made a copy. So we've got a backup save just in case something goes wrong. Two, our power is now 37 instead of 7. We're moving up in the world. But we're still nowhere near 116. Maybe someday. All right, well, since I shut off the game earlier, we are back in the kingdom, so I might as well just talk to the king while I'm here. Higgins! Here's a hint. Use your items, oh, well, no shit. Use your items when on a pedestal. The ice bell will lead you to Hiya-Hiya Island. Go now to the northwest. Save her now and I'll do you right. I really wish it had said Old Bean right after. Old Bean, I'll do you right. Nope, I'm good, bye. Actually, since I'm here, I might as well see what Tina says too. Because like I said, we don't really need to do this anymore. There are hints for what to do in the game, but we've already used the ice bell. So this part's pretty straightforward otherwise. Higgins soon falls fast asleep, and in his dream, he hears a familiar but distant voice. Again, it chooses to wake him up. Oh, it worked this time, okay. Can you hear me? I'm stuck here in the dungeon. Oh, it's a dungeon this time. Of Hiya-Hiya Island. It's not a basement. I was wrong. They actually put up some bars, so that changes it from a basement. Use the ice to break the floor. And you'll, wow, that just straight up tells you what to do, huh? And you'll reach the basement. Damn. But beware, the ice is surrounded by star blocks. Jump down into the hole. Wow, it just is straight up telling you what to do. Holy crap, I knew it was a hint, but I didn't think it was literally a walkthrough. Jump down into the hole. The star switch will be in the bottom right corner. Hurry and rescue me. I'm missing my favorite oh, fuck off. Also, I found this thing called a television. It's kind of great. You should check it out. Do they have that on whatever island you're from? I think it's Fantasy Island's what they call it. I do not remember that part. Oh, I'm so glad I actually read that now. Let's go. Out of the whirlpool. To the ice caves. Oh, you know what? One thing I didn't show you guys. I didn't show you the world map. Where in the world am I? Well, Carmen Sandiego's right there. And here is the overworld map. It's not helpful. You can see various shapes. You can't even see what walls you've revealed. You technically can't even see the entrances. You can kind of piece them together because you can see like the little indents at the bottom of most zones, but other spots kind of look the same too, so. It's really just like, how close am I to the other islands, more than anything else. One space, of course, that's what I was expecting. There's the encounter rate I was looking for. Now we can get back the money we spent on having that dream and learning that Tina was missing her soaps. All right. I guess whatever good, like, encounter RNG we had last time, we completely lost it, because now we're just getting them all the time. I should not have turned off the game. We could have just enjoyed, like, no fights. But also, we're gonna need some money later on. Right now we don't have enough money for what we need to do, but we can make some. We can make some back. All right, sadly the 2 left feet are gone. We cannot do that animation again, which makes me so sad. Those feet are great. But now that we have push, we can make it into this zone and fight bunny rabbits that are only threats when they're out of the snow. You can just ignore them otherwise. We've got turtles. More bunnies. Man, we've got, whoa, giant ice wall we can't do anything about because that's not most stone, that's most ice. So instead, we're gonna do a little bit of exploring around here. Now, like I said, the game is pretty straightforward. You don't need to do too much, like, constantly rechecking the map, but if you do feel so inclined, it will show you things like how big an area is you're in, and more importantly, like, it'll show you the entrances and exits you can take. So obviously we've got at least one exit we can take. This seems to be the only one. But unfortunately it does not show us about this treasure chest, so we just have to know to come back here later. Fortunately, sort of, we have to come back here anyways later, and so by then we'll probably have actually triggered most of those switches. But we really needed this, the fire sword. We've already got a new weapon. Works well against ice. It looks pretty much the same, the animation's a little bit different, but it does more damage in general, honestly. Any ice-based enemy pretty much eats it in one hit now. Even the bunny rabbits. Finally, a way to stop all those bunny rabbits from trying to murder you. That terrible problem that we've been dealing with since the dawn of time. However, Higgins definitely is freezing his nips off because they are no longer visible, not that they were in the first place, but also he's running around in this ice area with no shoes and no shirt. He will not get any service at this rate, but we will fix that very soon. Let's see what we got in here. Absolutely nothing. Great. But if you look at the map, we've got a flashing square. That flashing square is where the boss is, so that's supposedly where Tina is. So we've got to get back there some way. So because of Tina, we straight up know what we have to do. I didn't realize she was gonna describe it that full in text, but like, we need to destroy this. That's what's keeping us from getting down there right now. I seriously did not expect a complete breakdown of like, here's exactly what you need to do. They did get one thing wrong in that, and we'll talk about it when we get there, but it's otherwise pretty spot on. Oh, we didn't even talk about this. The great noise that plays when you climb any vines. It's great noise. You could say he's farting, you could say it's a trumpet, it's so good. That is a quality sound effect. There is a casino on one of the islands. Much money can be made there, and you'll have some fun too. You should have enough coins by the time you arrive. So, have a ball. Yeah, about that. Oh, that sign's full of shit. You will have enough money to play in the casino when you get there, but you're not gonna have much for what you actually want out of it. But we'll deal with that later. There's a chest we can't get. More trumpets. Some walruses and some bats. And unfortunately, if I want to get in that doorway, I have to go all the way back here. All the way back. All that for another tablet. You can't reach the top of the tower unless the switch is turned on. Now, I don't quite get what that's referring to exactly, because you definitely can get to the top of this tower with that switch off. But we'll worry about that later. It might be referring to something else later in the game. I knew that was there, but I thought it was in the other spot. Oh, that sucks. Yup, welcome to the new mechanic the game introduces here. Fake floors. The game, from here on out, really loves that mechanic. Especially in this stage, you're gonna encounter that a bunch. Thankfully, we weren't that far. Getting back there's pretty quick. Especially now that I know about the run button. I can't believe the practice file, again, I went through and practiced up to that file in file 3, that's my practice file. I can't believe I practiced up to there and didn't run. I only knew there was running in the game because the demo, as I was getting ready to record, showed it to me. This is what I screwed up. So we need the star switch, so we can't get this just yet. That other platform is safe. And this one's a new type of block we haven't encountered yet. We can't get through this either because we cannot attack upwards. Going back to the running for a second, like I had tried double tapping, I figured that's what it was gonna be, but like the fact that it was just to hold the attack button, like it was Mario style controls, really surprised me. And again, it's only really good for backtracking because then at that point you know what you have to deal with. Which will come in handy later on when we have enough defense not to worry about things. All that for sauna. We haven't really been hit yet. The enemies in this zone aren't the biggest threat, as you've probably realized. Like the walruses stand still long enough you can get a good attack on them. The bats move in an arc. The only thing that's gonna be a real threat are these guys here, the Yetis, who can throw snowballs at you. But their arc is pretty predictable, so as long as you... Why did you fall down there? As long as you know the arc, you don't really have to worry. It's weird they don't land on the platforms. All right, we're gonna want that treasure chest. And we now have fire armor. Finally, Higgins can get dressed. Our first armor of the game. Works well in the cold. Finally, Higgins has learned to put on a shirt, pants, boots, everything. He is set. Also, this really makes him look like Fire Mario at this point. It's a little too striking at this point. But that was the whole thing with the hat anyways. It always kind of gave him a Mario vibe. Now it's just official. All right, well now that we're fully decked out, we don't have to worry about damage as much anymore. We can see it'll hit by a penguin. A lot less damage now as a result. Although I didn't get hit by a penguin earlier, so you're not really gonna know how exactly little damage that is. Oops. All right, we move that switch with the power of push, and now this vine is here that I completely missed grabbing instead. Still trumpets though, that's the important thing. Now this is the switch that Tina was talking about. She wants you to jump down this hole. That's also where she wants you to push the ice block. But we're gonna ignore that first because over here is an exit to the cave. And if you jump over here, a little platform, you can use to pop in here. But be very careful because that is another fake floor. All that gets us $1,000. Not too shabby. Now we don't have to worry about coins for quite a while. Fall down here, another type of floor we can't destroy yet. This one's got a down arrow on it. Can't attack below us. And yet another one of these doors we still can't do anything with. It looks the exact same as the light one. And over here, some ice we can't destroy yet. So it probably summons another 2 left-footed monster. Which really, that sounds totally worth it. But just another room we have to worry about for later. Here. There we go, that shortcut's in place. And now, yet again, we run back up to the top of the tower. Probably shouldn't go too cavalier with just running through here because I don't want to actually take too much damage and get in trouble. We do eventually have to fight a boss. I can make the room for move this to get to the sauna, but that just takes up a bunch of extra time that we don't really need to waste normally. But if the game doesn't feel like dropping any health items, you kind of might want to do it. I forget where the game puts you if you get a game over, but I'm pretty sure it's the beginning of the zone. And I would much rather just not have to worry about that. Excellent. Do wish this damn thing would stay in place, though. I get why it doesn't. It's still annoying. Just quickly dash through here. Avoid that. And of course get hit by the penguin instead. Therefore, oh my god, we missed it twice. Please, Higgins, please. All right, it worked out. No, it didn't. Oh. Okay, the first 2 times, sure. 4 times? No, John, no. Please. Okay, we have to go down this hole, but Tina's hint said at the bottom right. What she actually meant was the top right. It's immediate. The star switch is already on, so let's turn it off. Don't need that on anymore. Hold to the left, and we got a little alcove we can go in here, and that gives us the fire shield. Vaporizes ice and snow. Now we got a little shield. Perfect, we're ready to guard things. However, it can block projectiles, as you probably guess, but it's very tiny. It's basically a buckler. So we need to be careful. Just want to get a projectile thrown at me. See? Perfect guard there. Even if we're ducking the same thing. But if we're ducking from here, hit. So be very careful with how you're guarding. Okay, now with the star switch off, we can go get that one treasure chest. And then we'll promptly forget about the hole and fall again. You think I'm not gonna forget. I think I'm not gonna forget, but I am totally going to forget. Or miss might be more likely. There we go. All that for a life bottle. We've got 2 full hearts now. Yeah, I missed the jump. That's what it was. Okay. And that's really all we need to worry about secret-wise for now. Everything else needs techniques that we do not have access to just yet. Like, since they all take 1 hit, so you might as well just go for enemies anyways, as you can just skip them, as you've probably surmised at this point, but we gotta try to get that money count up a little bit. We're at 1355 coin-wise. We're fine for the next pickup that we need, but one after that, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive. A little, he said, knowingly. Oh my god, it did it again. I thought this time was gonna be different. I totally thought it. Okay, now we can finally move this. And... ooh, that sounded bad. Let's go check it out. Ta-da! This look familiar? We're back here. And now that floor is permanently gone. Let's check the map quickly. Nothing really to worry about otherwise. Let's just do the straight shot to the boss. Remember that comment earlier about not knowing how to run? It's really surprising, because this seems like the time you would need to know how to run, but these jumps are just perfectly doable without running. There's really nothing, at least in the first like 3 stages, that requires any running at all. Although it will probably help with the boss. What are we fighting? A frozen woolly mammoth. Hit it in the face and get out of the way when it charges at you. You have to jump at the right time, otherwise you will take damage. As long as you keep stabbing the trunk, it really won't reach you. But honestly, there is a better way, a safer way rather, to fight the boss. Which I probably will not show off. You probably already guessed what it is anyways though. Let's show it off. Yes, of course, once again the daggers. Just make sure to jump at the right point to avoid this, and all you need to do is keep throwing daggers at its eyes. Or forehead, really. Obviously hitting the trunk does no damage, but it moves it back slightly. Not that it really helps considering you're trying to go for the eyes anyways. It's just the daggers do so little damage compared to your actual fire sword, it takes a while. So if you have the health, go aggressive. Just stay an actual sword length away, and it's a piece of cake. All that work for the Starstone. Let's get another psychic call from Tina. Higgins, here's a voice. My name is Tina. I lost my memory in a storm and landed here, but I landed face first on my ID, so that's why I know my name. Then I met the king. We were to be married. I didn't think it was really weird that I was about to be married by someone right after losing my memory, but you know, you do what you do. You lost your memory, I lost mine too. I'm on a quest to recover my past. And stab a bunch of things and get rich, I guess. I guess that just goes with the territory. Really? That's very daring of you. You know, you seem to remind me of someone. Someone special. The king. It's definitely the king you remind me of. And we're done. That is stage 2 down. We have our next stone. Let's go use it. The Star Stone. Submerges the Stargate. Not that Stargate, I'm sorry. No chevrons to lock here. Just some teeth to lower instead. Much better. New zone! Let's see what we got. Another whirlpool. It's the desert! This is the magic wand, legendary throughout the land. Yes, very famous. It's just sitting here in the desert. That's what famous things do. Ignoring the pyramids, and the Sphinx, and a lot of other things. You'll learn a new trick each time you find a matching magic bottle. So here we go. We now have wand. And now we have our magic HUD. We have feather. Now we can finally tickle a boss to death. Or what it actually gives us is feather. Return to the start of a stage. So now we have our exit spell. It costs 1 bottle of magic. I believe there are 14 bottles of magic to get, something like that. The game tells you exactly how many to get in a later hint, which we probably won't be seeing this episode. But yeah, every time we find a magic bottle, we earn a new spell up into 8. After 8, it's just extra magic points. But obviously each spell we learn needs that amount of magic to use. We've just got our default one for now, which is feather. We actually did get one of everything, didn't we? So far we got a new weapon, we got a new armor, we got a new shield, we got new magic, and we got the Starstone. Now let's see if we can get to a new stage. Yeah, we still got time, let's go. What is the next stone we need? Oh, that's not what I thought. What's this? The Sun Ring! Well, since we already used the ice bell to open the ice area, I wonder what this is needed for, he said knowingly. That's it, that's all we unlocked. We're done. Let's just go over there. Oh. Don't take too much damage. Let's go to Boa-Boa Island and let's see what shows up this time. Stand on the pedestal. Pick the sun ring, which causes volcanoes to erupt. Good, that sounds safe. Oh, we fucked up. We fucked up bad. The volcano erupted and blew the gate down and murdered millions of dinosaurs and Higgins in the process. I mean, no, we're perfectly fine. No, we were standing on a little platform. It's gone, that's about it. No big. Let's start the new zone. The volcano. Boa-Boa, I believe was what it was called. It's kind of a chunky stage. It's a little big. But also not too bad. We've got little dragons we can deal with. But we are obviously not correctly equipped for the fire stage because we're wearing the fire gear, which, you know, you would think would be safe, but no, we need the opposite. We need to find some ice gear. So let's see what our options are. We have only one way to go. And we have to cross these raising platforms that have a bunch of spikes for some reason. As long as you don't jump at the wrong time, you're safe. And we've got Cool Mole. It's got some sick sunglasses and a penchant for murder. Takes 3 hits with the fire sword currently. All right. We need to stop here for a second, because remember what I said about this game loving fake floors? There's another one right here. We're gonna jump over it, because I want to go in this cave first, because this is something very important hint-wise. You don't need to come in here, obviously, because it's just a hint block, but this is an extremely important hint. The boss has a weakness. Use the ice sword that's located behind the sunblocks on the Isle of Poka Poka. Poka Poka Island is the first island we did in the game. So, remember how we figured out we needed to backtrack? We definitely need to do that now. But, think about it. There's a couple chests that we can access now, but there's only one ability we have so far, because we've switched the switches back over for at least the ice one, or the star one rather, and we also have the push ability. So there's 2 zones potentially we can go to, but there are no places that use the star that's really helpful. So we're gonna have to wander around a little bit more and figure that out. I actually missed showing you something important in Poka Poka. We're gonna cover that now. By which I mean, we're gonna get chased by a boulder. Ah, okay, fine. Again, another point where running really would have been helpful. But you don't even need to worry about it, because it only does like half a heart at most. You're fine. The pink sky here is really a little foreboding. Just wait for the boulder to go down. It's a little deceptive here, because when it gets to the bottom, it bounces. You think it would just roll past you. So let's just fly over here. This is actually the way you have to go. You do not have any choice but to fall down that fake floor. Oh, I actually kind of could have used that. Got some rock turtles. Can't do anything with them while they're in their shells. And of course we already got the skull bats, which we saw earlier, so you know what to expect with them. 2 paths. What's to the left? Bunch of enemies, great. Uh-oh, oh, don't miss this. The ice armor. Works well in the heat. Now we're blue, including our hat, which is a nice touch. I'm glad that this is an armored hat officially. All right, there's a treasure chest we can't reach. Guess what that means? Another fake floor. Back in the boulder room. Come on, come on. skip the tough turtles for now. Just keep going. Just keep cruising. You're doing good, Higgins. Now, out of all the stages so far, this one's gonna be the biggest one maze-wise, because there's a bunch of different paths we can take. Let's cover the top path here first. Here's our third temple. Sun Temple. Can't do anything here again. This would open up these steel doors. Those are definitely like garage doors. And we can walk over this place and get a magic bottle. We have earned a new spell. Level 2 magic spell. Recover. Minor recovery from damage. Obviously way more helpful than warp. Because now you don't need to worry about hoping for a random drop or trying to find a sauna. You are straight up equipped to find it. If we go this way, you drop down, you are back to where we started, but let's go check the cloud path first. Maybe there's something good this way. Just like there were pretty much every other time we've checked the cloud trail. Sure enough, the ice shield. Same deal. Extinguishes fires. Don't even need to time this. They're just lined up perfectly. All right. I'm just thinking of how to tackle this now, because we've got a couple things we can do. One, so this is where we. Actually, can we do that? I don't think we can do that right now. I think that's actually a tunnel we need to dig. Yep, that's a dig tunnel. All right, we gotta loop around. Bummer, but it leads down to that path there, so we know that's there at least. I think what I'm gonna do, we're gonna call it here soon, but I know specifically where I wanna stop. So let's just cut through here quickly. This would have been a good time to try out the Cure Minor Wounds spell. Master Higgins, my favorite D&D character. Or I could just take natural damage and that would just make it easier anyways. So in this room back here where we went up to get that magic spell bottle, we've got options. We can go down here. We can go down here. And we can go down here, or we could go in this very not at all suspicious wall. Like, they didn't even try to hide that this is where you need to go, because the sun switch is here. Sunstone spaces are off, meaning we can now drop down here, and in these rooms, have little caves. Start with a sauna. I should have used the minor wound spell first, but saunas do not heal magic. Just a warning on that. In case you wanted to get a little happy with that. Alternates back and forth, as you pretty much guessed. That's why I'm running exactly like I am. And we've got a little pink switch here. That does something which I have not shown you yet. We'll be showing that next episode. Because instead, considering the camera has panned down, showing there's an area underneath, and there's an area with no spikes, we're just gonna fall down here and find a little cave. This cave, once you hit the switch here, reveals a shortcut to the first island. This is an area I skipped showing you in the first episode, so that's on my fault. That's my mistake there. But you'll get where it was in a minute, where we drown the water and all that. We are now back here on this island, so now we can go grab the ice sword, which we will be doing next time. Next time, we're gonna wrap up all the collecting here on this island, which means then we'll go back, finish up the third island, and head on our way to the fourth island. See y'all next time.